So, Eric, why does this matter, how crimes are classified?
Well, I mean, first there's the issue of lesser penalties for people committing the crimes, Bruce, but then there's also the issue that the whistleblowers say is a question of transparency. If you look at MPD's crime data webpage, only the most serious offenses like assault with a dangerous weapon or theft are highlighted and reported to the public. What you won't find are those less serious crime classifications we found in the internal documents. That, the officers say, not only skews public perception of how safe DC is, but also impacts how the city uses its resources to fight crime.
Yeah, so this begs the question, what are police saying about this?
Well, you know, DC police did not respond to multiple requests from us for comment on this story, but we did reach out to some of our sources within the department. They told us while it's not uncommon for more experienced commanders to reclassify crimes from more serious ones to less serious ones, it doesn't necessarily mean there is a department-wide conspiracy to cook the books. DC police officers are trained to use the most serious charge when investigating a crime, and our sources tell us it is normal for a commander to review the classification and make sure that it's the appropriate one.
Okay, so police won't respond specifically to you, but these female police officers went before a council committee. That committee has oversight responsibility for police, right? So what's the council saying? What answers do they get?
That's one of their main complaints, is that Councilman Charles Allen said, we will follow up with you and continue to investigate. To this date, 5 weeks later, they say they have still heard nothing from that councilman's office.
Okay, you got our attention. Okay, Eric Flack's exclusive report tonight at 11. Make sure you watch that.